Hi 4K friends, this is Mrs. Burns. So for today's art lesson, we're just going to finish up these little houses that we made, and I'm going to talk about this tool that I like to use with my students in the art room. And now I'm not sure if some of you have used this type of tool before or not, but we're going to try it out today. So this is a permanent marker, and the brand is called Sharpies. So sometimes you might hear me say Sharpie marker or a black permanent marker. We use these a lot in my classroom. So one thing about this marker is it's called a permanent marker, which means if you get it on your clothes, it doesn't always come out. And some students I've had some students who have drawn on their hands with these markers, and that's not allowed in my class. We only use our permanent markers for our paper, not for our desks, not for our hands, not for our clothes, because it's going to take a long time for that marker to get off of your skin. You'd have to wash your hands a bunch of times in one day, which we do already, but yeah, definitely no drawing on your hand, clothes, tables, only your artwork when we use these permanent markers. So a lot of times with these types of markers, we use them to outline. So last week, or a couple weeks ago when I saw you, I had you draw your door, your windows, your roof of your house with a pencil. This time I'm going to have you outline, so I want you to go over your pencil lines. So I'm going to start with my roof. I'm going to go over as best I can, go over my pencil lines. And I'll do my roof, and if you have a chimney, you can go ahead and do that. And then just go over all your lines for your windows very carefully. This is called outlining. Or sometimes you might say we're tracing over our pencil lines. We're going over, covering up the pencil lines to make a nice bold black mark. So I want you to go ahead and do that first. I'm going to do my door. And my doorknob, and my little window on my door. Okay, so once you're done with that, you can put your cap nice and tight back on your marker. And then you're going to go ahead and get some crayons out. Your choice on colors. I do want you to have at least a yellow, and we're going to start with the yellow. And what we're going to do is we're going to color inside all our windows with our yellow crayon. So when you're coloring inside, I want you to practice those little tiny circles that helps us control and stay inside the lines. And we're going to fill up the inside of our windows with the yellow, so it looks like the lights are turned on at night. It's nighttime in our house. And the lights are turned on. All the rooms are occupied. So my goal is to try to stay in the lines using that little circle shape, overlapping. Trying to make it nice and yellow inside of our windows. Okay. And then I got my little window on my door. All right. Next, what you're going to do is let's color in our door next. So pick any color you want for your door. I'm going to have a blue door. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. When you color in your door, I want you to concentrate on the edge. So I'm kind of, again, outlining my door. I'm pushing down a little harder, very carefully. I'm going to go very carefully around my doorknob and also the bottom. Then I'm going to go carefully around my window, kind of outline around the window. And now, inside the middle, lightly, I want you to color inside a little lighter. And I like to do the little circle motion. It helps me overlap my colors and stay in the lines a little bit better. Here's my blue door. I'm gonna have a brown doorknob. Just get that little circle in there. Cool. All right, next I'm gonna do this big part of my house, and I kind of want you to do the same thing. This time I'm gonna have an orange house, and again, you can pick your own color. And I want you to go around this big rectangle that we made for our house, and I'm gonna go around my door, kind of like you're outlining again, except you're coloring a little bit more. Now if you have to move your paper around, that's fine. That's very helpful. Makes it a little bit easier. Just going around the edges. I'm just concentrating on this rectangle shape for my house. I want you to try coloring this way. I'm also going to go around my windows. And I'm pushing down kind of hard. All right. And now the rest of the space, I want you to, again, lightly fill in that space, kind of doing an up and down motion. You don't have to push down too hard though. I want you to try to do it lightly. Fill in some space here. And you're just going to fill in the rest of that rectangle. I'll turn my paper around and get this one this way. And get this part up here. All right. Ooh, that's a bright house. Now I'm going to concentrate on my roof, and I think I'm going to go back to that brown. I kind of like that, but it's your choice. Same thing. I want you to do the same thing again. Going around the edges first. And again, if you have to move your paper around, it makes it easier. Try to stay in those lines. And then going around your window, if you have a window on top of your roof. And then lightly fill in that space. Alrighty. And then if you have a chimney, you can choose. Let's see, I think I'm gonna do a green chimney. So just carefully go around the edges here. And then again, I like to do in tiny spaces like this, that little circle motion. All right, there's your colorful house. Have fun, friends.